Hello, everyone. Hopefully you guys are having a good start to your Friday morning. Let's see. We're on the new account, so I'm going to quick clarify that to everyone. Let's see. I'm going to quote tweet this and say, actually, JJ, do you want to retweet the on the straight betting account?
I just did.
The one with the live Twitter feed though.
Oh, that's the only one I always do.
Oh, okay. Okay, sweet. Yeah, because. Okay, perfect. Yeah, good shit. Yeah, I mean, this is gonna be new. I'm definitely gonna shout out straight betting like the Twitter account a couple times. Try to get the follower count up on this because I know it's just gonna be a little bit slow to start, which is completely fine. You know, going from an account with like 17K followers to 600. So it's definitely gonna be slow to start. And I know hopefully people are joining on YouTube, but that's fine. So let's just bullshit around for a little bit. Let's see. Let's talk about some of the props. What do you have any like takeaways from yesterday's games?
I felt like I had a perfect read on KP. You know, he would attack the smaller matchups. They're gonna let AD do what he wants in the paint. Pretty happy with that.
KP really was a pretty perfect read because, dude, I mean, he cashed easily, and the Celtics got blown out, which is like the worst case scenario for any type of over on a Celtic, right? I think KP might have been the only Celtic who went over his prop in the starting lineup at least.
I think so.
Oh shit! Good thing we weren't on like JT or some shit. But that was also like kind of like with like. I'm actually not super surprised that happened, just because it was a really bad spot game for Boston, and they haven't been playing good. But
yeah, they haven't played good. I don't know, like what, almost 2 months.
No,
like legit good.
Yeah, okay. So, sorry, I just got distracted. Apparently my WAP is running weird, so it sucks. Gonna have to try to fix that. Okay, we're up to 83 people. Like I said, we always wait till we get to 100 to start really getting things started. Yeah, if you guys are new here, and if you guys are on Twitter especially, and you're not following Straight Betting, you should definitely drop Straight Betting to follow. Obviously, every stream will be on Straight Betting's Twitter now instead of my personal one. So yeah, make sure you're dropping Straight Betting to follow. Other things, I'll post every single play that we have from the stream as well. So yeah, I mean, if you missed the stream, you can still see the plays. I mean, there's no point to not, if you followed, especially if you followed my old account, there's no point to not follow Straight Betting because I mean it's going to be the same stuff that you see on my account if you like the plays that I post there. Okay, sweet. So we are at 100. Let's get into the recap from yesterday. So let's get into the little good old Excel file. Okay, so this is my personal one. Let's go do Straight Betting. So yes, guys, is it kind of inflated yesterday? It is. However, it also would have been extremely deflated had Kristaps not had a great game. So, they're all different lines, all different props on Kristaps, but we had a points prop, a PRA prop, and a PR prop. So we had 3 winners on Kristaps, and dude, we would have been cooked. Our record would have been looking like shit. It would have literally been 12 and 11 instead of 15 and 8 had Kristaps had dropped a stinker. So. We started tracking, what was the date? I can scroll over a little bit. Yeah, so we started tracking on Monday, I believe. Yeah, Monday.
Yeah.
Yep, so Liam won Franz under 27.5 PRA. That was a good bet. He only played 24 minutes, I believe. Liam also won Sabonis over 18.5. That was also a pretty good bet because I think Denver kind of got blown out, or Sacramento. And he still got home. And then obviously JJ had KP, PR. I had PRA. JJ said earlier, it was a pretty beautiful read because they were just kind of switching everything and almost like baiting Kristaps twos and stuff like that is what I kind of noticed.
Yep. Yeah, they put a smaller defender on him, allow the whole team to shoot twos, basically
Mm-hmm.
take their threes. Because who else did that, or at least tried to? I think it was OKC when Celtics played OKC earlier this year.
Yeah. It's a smart strategy, right? Because
Yeah.
they will. You can bait Tatum, Brown, Kristaps into just taking twos and stuff.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Kristaps got home, even though the Celtics got blown out. Like Kristaps didn't see fourth quarter minutes. If Kristaps saw fourth quarter minutes, he probably would have like absolutely smashed every single ball. So I'm definitely happy with that read. So I kind of sold the show yesterday. I had Scotty over 6.5 assists at plus money. The Raptors had a ton of assists as a team, but Scotty, for whatever reason, like I don't regret that play because on paper, dude, it was just beautiful. But yeah, I mean, he just didn't have a good assist share. I don't really know what happened. I didn't watch much of it. So, and then the Miles Turner over 1.5 threes and Wemby 19 plus points. I feel really good about that read, guys. He shot 2 for 9 for 3. He started off the game 0 for 5 from deep. And like usually when someone starts the game off over 5 from deep, unless it's like Steph Curry or Anthony Edwards or it's like a real volume 3-point shooter, they just stop shooting threes in general. But the threes are just there so much that he ended up shooting 9, and thankfully he shot 2 for 9. So, guys, in the future, Miles Turner over 1.5 threes against Wemby, alts, like next time they play, it's a great bet because imagine if he started off the game like 2 for 3 from 3 or something. He might have shot like 12. And the Pacers got blown out too. So, I'm very happy with that read. And then obviously Wemby had 30 points in a blowout too. So happy with that read. Christian Brown under 12.5 points. The Kings, maybe it's just because they were on the second night of a back-to-back, but, they were giving up everything. And like Christian Brown, I watched the first like 5 minutes of that game, and then I turned it off. He got like 3 like backdoor cut like layups. And I'm like, okay. Because it's not even in transition. It's like cuts the basket. But Kings were supposed to be good at defending the restricted area. They were not whatsoever. That was an ugly loss. And last thing to recap was the lotto. And guys, this one was really close. We had Wemby to score 35 and 10. Wemby had 30 and definitely had 10 plus rebounds. I forget exactly what it was, but he definitely had 10 rebounds. And then KP had 20 plus points, but this Pacers, man. Pacers got blown out, so Wemby lost a few minutes to blow out. Let me I'll look it up after this. But yeah, I know Wemby ended at 30 and didn't play a full complement of minutes because of a blowout. So really close on this one. I think this was a pretty good read on the lotto. But yeah. Okay, JJ, do you have anything else to add to the recap?
I mean, hopefully we just have a positive recap for the next day. That's about it.
Yeah, for sure. I'm actually pissed about this lotto, just like looking at it. But okay, let's stop the screen share. Go over here. Perfect. I see we already got a lot of comments going. That's awesome, D'Lo. I appreciate you as always. Yeah, guys, keep on dropping those comments down below. Let me see. I'm gonna get to the ones that aren't. First one with thumbs up. Oh, D'Lo, you were in here early. Hell yeah, I appreciate it. Let's see. Scary small slate because it can be some blowouts. Yeah. Hey, I have 3 plays already. Small slates, I see these boards so good. And I think that's kind of why I do good in the playoffs most of the time. It's so much easier for me to focus. I seriously might have something wrong with me. But JJ, do you like these small slates?
They're all right. I mean, I much prefer smaller slates like during playoffs. But regular season, the players kind of just do whatever.
Yeah. I don't know. I think it's just like a focus thing for me. I don't know. I can't focus on big slates and small slates. It's like because I have to keep on looking at the same game. When I don't see something I like right away, I just move on, and then I just like I don't know. I just skip over like a good handicap of the game. Let's see, Shoto, how we doing? Scotty dropped the ball, completely just stopped passing. Yeah, I don't know what happened. Omax helped me reach financial freedom last night. Yeah, that was a late ad I had, so I went 3-2, but that one was super fucking lucky. Like, my gosh. Omax didn't even start. He shot the ball really well. To be fair, the scheme was kind of helping him because they were really being aggressive on Kyrie, and Omax was just like kind of in the corner for like easy like attacking like attack opportunities. So the scheme definitely benefited him. But yeah, Omax, shout out Omax, man, because
What was the final score for that game? Because I called 5-point game.
the Mavericks won. I don't know by how much, but the Mavericks definitely
They
won.
won by 6.
Yeah. Hey, how about Bogey? Yeah, Bogey cashed my threes ladder. He played good. Hey, JJ, like I was saying, bro, he was due.
Yeah.
That's literally like before I knew about like real stuff to use for betting analysis. That was like my analysis: buy low and sell high. Like, and it kind of works a little bit sometimes, but yeah, you're kind of coin flipping to an extent. But you are getting like it is like kind of like a stock market esque with when you're buying low and selling high.
Yeah.
You just have to know, I guess,
someone like
actually a
Bogey,
buy.
I was like, just take the ladder. But you got
Yeah.
three. You got 3 threes.
I think
So did
he,
Vit.
oh yeah, dude, the spot ups against the Raptors or the catch and shoot guys. Let's see, Bogey had 23, so he probably cashed like a 20 plus for Bogey last night. Probably would have paid a good chunk of change.
Did they say how bad Jalen Johnson's injury was?
Oh yeah, that
It
probably
looked like he done for the season.
Yeah, that probably also helped Bogey get home, right?
Oh yeah,
the second best player.
32. Yeah, because he wasn't getting 32 minutes if Jalen Johnson was playing.
Oh, absolutely not. He probably would have got extended run just because he was shooting the ball good. But
yeah,
not 32. That was a good call, but he been playing like ass. Yeah, what JJ was spot on with the ladder thing. You know, it's like if you're buying low, it's like, okay, is he going to keep playing like ass? If he does, then he's going to go under and play 16 minutes. But if he gets his shot going early, like he's probably going to end up with like 15 to 20.
You're not putting down minus 145 on his threes. It's not going to happen when you've been playing like ass. So you just take the alt line and the ladder, put like half a unit on it, and keep on moving.
Keep on pushing. I agree. Okay, let's get into the plays. But before we do so, let me quick get this ticker going. Guys, I do all my research with this Props Madness tool. If you guys are serious about betting and serious about betting for yourself, or ever want to get into, becoming a Twitter capper, if you ever want to, just, try to learn how to do this stuff yourself, guys, straight Props Madness is an absolute must. I'll obviously showcase this tool the whole stream, but we do have a code running. SB25 gets you 25% off every single month, which goes from $20 to $15 a month. So, yeah, like I said, this is actually the best tool by far you can use to research the NBA, and I highly recommend it to anyone who is a serious NBA bettor and is looking to make legit money off of betting NBA player props. All right, first one, JJ. Oh my gosh. Shit. Well, here we go. GTA me my shit. Here we go again. Zachary Edey, my guy, my good old friend. Okay, and did a move. So it moved to 15.5. I'd play this for 0.75 units now. Zachary Edey, buddy. Actually, what's PR? Is there still 13.5 PR? Okay. Yeah. So I'll switch it for the show. I'll track it at 13.5 PR. Actually, no, I'm not gonna. I'm just gonna track it with my Discord. I'm sorry, guys. It makes it way more easy for me. Just like remember what I did. But I would 100% play Zach Edey over 13.5 PR minus 125 at FanDuel or minus 130 at Bet365 or Bovada if you need it. So, yeah, like I said, I'm just gonna show the PR the whole time because it's pretty much the same thing. Like Zach Edey, you ain't getting 2 or more assists, I bet. So, yeah. So Zach Edey, guys. I mean, it's just such a beautiful matchup. Like it really is. If we hover over the Pelicans, it says a bunch of stuff in the corner. Opponents' points in the paint. The Pelicans allow the second most points in the paint overall. They allow the second most points per game in the restricted area. And yeah, guys, obviously Zach Edey is basically scoring all of his points in the paint. If we go down here, cut to the basket in the paint, obviously. That's where Edey scores 25% of his points. So that's a great match. Like if a team allows a ton of shit in the paint, you want to look at cut. So that's a great matchup for Edie. Putback, offensive rebounds. Edie, 18% of his points. Pelicans allowed the most. And those offensive rebound putbacks, dude, for like Edie, I mean, that's like 3 PR right there if he gets a putback. If he gets 2 putbacks, that's 6 PR. That's half of his line, basically. So, yeah. Is there anything else that's good about this? I think that there was something else I like to see. I think it was not catch and shoot, but it was less than 10 feet. Last 15 games, less than 10 feet. The Pelicans allow the highest shot frequency, so they're a massive paint funnel. They allow the most field goals made within 10 feet, which obviously accounts for like those little hook shots in like the non-restricted paint area that Edie likes to do. So yeah, just terrible at defending the paint. And guys, Edie probably lost a few minutes due to foul trouble and due to getting cooked by Mark Williams, who like is turned into kind of an amazing offensive center, which I maybe overlooked last time I took it. But usually Edie will benefit a little bit from a blowout. It's in Memphis. The Pelicans don't have Zion. It's an 11.5-point spread. And they have like Yves Missi as their center. Like he's kind of a no-bag offensive center. There's no way, or I guess with Edie there's a way, but there's no reason for him to get cooked on defense by a DeJounte Yves Missi pick and roll, which is just going to end in like a DeJounte contested mid-range every time. So really, there shouldn't be a reason for him to get benched. Like I said, I'm going to use the exact same minute filters, the 16 to 24 with this. Like I said, guys, 13. I know it says 14.5 PRA. That's not a line anymore. 13.5 PR. And even 14.5 PR. I don't even hate that. And I also like the 15.5 PRA. All are good, but obviously this is the best line right now at FanDuel. 16 to 24 minutes. We can maybe – he went under against some tough defenses. I'll just exclude exclude this. And it's 7 out of 12. Oh, no, it's its own. No, my bad. I wanted to do defensive rating. Yeah, and if you exclude top 10 defenses, obviously, guys, Pelicans are third worst in defensive rating. Then you get this. So I'm going back to Zach Edey, dude. I'm taking my emotions out of it. It was tough, but I like it. JJ, do you have any thoughts on Mr. 14 PRA first half, 0 PRA second half?
I think it's just a matter of does he get the minutes and not be in foul trouble again. Outside of that, New Orleans is terrible on the allowing offensive rebounds, so I should be all in here tonight.
Do you agree with like my assessment on like the good game environment with like no Zion, Memphis at home, like probably shouldn't get benched due to like the Yves Missi being the center with like no offensive game really?
Yeah, you shouldn't get benched. I think Aldama is questionable too, so that should help a little bit.
Okay. Yeah, it's tough, I mean, we'll see. It's tough going back to Edey after that shit, but
sometimes the second time around is always the best one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I've learned that a lot this season.
Yeah. It's more so like an emotional thing, dude. It's tough to take your emotions out of it sometimes.
Yeah, no, definitely.
But
especially after a tough loss.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like the toughest loss I've ever had, or not toughest, but like just like it's like halftime and you check the stats and it's like, oh, that's a winner, and then it's just not. So
yeah.
All right. Let's move on to the next one. We got a couple more comments coming in, guys. Like I said, keep the comments going. I said the thumbnail is crazy. Yeah, Rain. I'm not gonna lie, dude. I make all these thumbnails on Sunday night, and I try in the back of my head to think, I'm like, okay, just do a player who's probably gonna play. And there's like 3 games. I'm like, I already used the Ja one recently. Like, screw it. I'm gonna just use Zion, and Zion's not even playing. So let's see. I always have my Jayhawk players back, but Edey scares me. Your Jayhawks players, Kansas. Edey's Purdue, I thought. Edey for sure is Purdue. Yeah, Edey scares me too, dude. Alex, I'll get to that in a little bit. Let's see. We'll get to all the plays. Zach plays good. He gets good over his minutes. Yeah, let's hope. That's all we can say. One thing I do want to say before I give out the second play, though, obviously first play was Edey, 14.5 PRA, but really 13.5 PR for you guys, which is what I would recommend. Everyone's got FanDuel or should have FanDuel. Yeah. Oh, I lost my train of thought. Yeah, if you guys are on YouTube, which I see a lot of the comments coming in from YouTube, if you guys would leave a like, it really does just support us like a ton. It's a free way to support us, and like it supports us like a lot more than you guys would think. And also subscribe if you guys are new here. Like I said, that's also a free way to support, and like I said, it just really, really helps us a ton. So yeah, like and subscribe, guys, if you're on YouTube. All right, next play, dominating over 25.5 points and rebounds, minus 108 at FanDuel. Let's go check out DA. So I also like 27.5 PRA. I think that's very good. And also this dropped, so it looks like people are fading. So if you guys are on stream, you get a gift. 24.5 PRA for DeAndre Ayton at FanDuel. And I put it at 25. It was 25.5 minus 108 at FanDuel. So you guys get a little gift. I guess people aren't rocking with Ayton. Anyways, I'm rocking with Ayton, and Ayton rested last game. It was a he was out with like an injury. It was the front end of a back-to-back, and they played Robert Williams, and now it's a back-to-back. Klingen's out. Robert Williams, dude, I just highly doubt that he plays on a back-to-back. He hasn't played a back-to-back all year. He's super injury prone. They're shopping him on the deadline. Even if Robert Williams does play, dude, I kind of think he's like going to be capped around 14, maybe 16 minutes. But like I said, I'd be shocked if he played in the first place. So I'm thinking we're going to get Ayton without Klingen and Robert Williams, which has been really good for his minutes. He's played 37, 35. He only played 17. Embarrassing game. Okay, guys, massive anomaly. They lost by 42 to Utah. This must have just been like the worst game ever. But then 33, 32. 41, 34. So usually he's playing like 34, 35 minutes, but like the minimum has been 32 outside of that massive anomaly game. And even if we just look at his last two, 34 against Miami, 37 against Chicago. So minutes have been good. I'm going to put him, the filter I used was 30 or 29 to 37. Like I said, think that we get no Robert Williams. Obviously Klingen's already out. And yeah, with 24.5, 15 over in 15 out of 21 games, averaging 27.4 PR, 25.5, which is what I got over in 13 out of 21 games. Like I said, obviously still averaging 27.4 PR, and hit rate is like very similar with the PRA. So, I mean, it's actually a little bit better in the PR. But yeah, averaging 29.1 PRA. If we go to, I'm not the biggest fan of defense versus position, to be completely honest with you. But if we go to last 15, I like it against centers. And because centers, like I said, basketball is pretty positionless, but centers for the most part play pretty similar. And, they're rebound pretty similar and stuff like that. So last 15 versus centers, Hornets are allowing the fourth most points, the fourth most rebounds as well. I don't really care about assists versus centers, but I guess they're allowing a lot of that too. Like I said, I don't think that matters. But yeah, the Hornets have been getting cooked. They got cooked by Gafford. They should have got cooked by Edey. They got cooked by like Jay Huff and Brandon Clark, but not Edey. And yeah, Mark Williams will play drop. Ayton loves shooting like short jumpers that drop will allow all the time, like short middies and stuff. He should get that all game with Mark Williams and drop. I know JJ thinks that Mark Williams is a terrible defender.
Yeah.
So
like any like post up, like he's been getting cooked.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as just like standing at the rim because he has great length, like I think that's where he does his best on defense, I'd say.
Mm-hmm.
But if it's just like one-on-one straight up, like it's just not it.
Yeah, I think that Mark Williams against like a center, like in a drop, like a center with like no offensive game whatsoever, like a Mason Plumlee, like a Eves Misi, like I think that's a bad matchup for them. But like a center with any offensive game that can take advantage of the drop, like Ayton can, because Ayton's like a very talented center. Like he has very good touch around the rim, obviously good in the post, good at like the short mid ranges. I think it's a pretty advantageous matchup for him. And yeah, I think the minutes are going to be good. Like I said, do you think Robert Williams plays on a back-to-back after playing 24 minutes, which is actually like a lot for him?
I don't know.
Let's see. I can look it up because he doesn't have props, so we can't use the back-to-back filter, which is super nice on Props Madness. like I said, Aiden didn't play yesterday, so like I said, it's a back-to-back for Portland. I'm assuming it's just like, okay, we're gonna play Robert here and then let you play full minutes here and then rest Robert. Didn't play the back-to-back recently. Let's see, he's been hurt. Like he's super injury prone. No back-to-backs here. No back-to-backs.
They haven't submitted an injury report, so that's probably why he doesn't have any props.
Yeah, no back-to-back there. Yeah, he hasn't played a back-to-back all year. So like I said, they're clearly trying to trade him. There's reports. And he's super injury prone. I just highly doubt that we get Robert Williams. So I really like the 8 minutes, like the matchup, like the hit rates with the minutes I think he's going to get. You got anything else to say on Aiden, or I think I kind of covered it?
I pretty much covered it.
Sweet. Next one, Spida, under 26.5 points. So I like this at 25.5 too. There's 25.5s at ESPN at FanDuel. I think it's fine there. Yeah, Bet365 still has -115. Then DraftKings has -120. Flip has -130. I think all that stuff's good. I like under points and rebounds as well. I think that's a solid look. I'd definitely leave assists out of it, but under points and rebounds makes sense. And in fact, it might even make a little bit more sense, to be honest with you. But yeah, under 31.5 PR. I think that's a really good bet too, even 30.5. So yeah, points, under points, or under PR. But yeah, the best line in my opinion is probably this under 26.5 points at Bet365. So yes, I'm not gonna hide it. He does have some really good games without Mobley, right? The Bulls are a drop team, or they have been. They allow like one of the most points per game to the pick and roll handler all year. This was super early in the year. Stayed under against the Wizards, which you'd like him to go over against the Wizards without Mobley, especially in a game that he played 34 minutes in. Went over against the Wolves. That's a good matchup for him with Rudy and drop. Suns play drop, allow a shit ton of pull-up threes. That's a great matchup for him. And then the Rockets, that's also a pretty good matchup for him with how they typically defend one-on-one, but he stayed under. So he's had like 5 like good matchups without Mobley, to be honest. If we go here, and also I think it's just good to look at like a broad view of things. Like, yes, Mobley out definitely gives him a little bit more usage, but he's only averaging 23.2 points per game on the year. This is a massive spread. Philly's been looking like shit. Like a blowout is fully on the cards where Mitchell just doesn't play full minutes and like the bench guys get a lot of run because, Kenny Atkinson does like to trust the bench and limit the starter minutes if that's the case. So also last 15 games, pull-ups, Philly's allowing the second lowest pull-up frequency and the second lowest pull-up 3-point frequency. What I've noticed is that, so Drummond's out, who's kind of a drop center. Embiid's obviously out, who is a drop center. Yabusele doesn't protect the rim. He's like a blitz center. So obviously most of these games have been without Drummond and without Embiid. So Yabusele, he should be up in the pick and roll, obviously. So yeah, and Donovan Mitchell is just very reliant at scoring in the pick and roll. Obviously, there's been a lot of Drummond games in here. There's been a fair bit of Embiid games in here. So Philly is 12th on the year against the pick and roll handler, but with Yabu as the one running the 5-man, he's just going to play a lot more aggressive coverage, and Donovan Mitchell scores 35% of his points via the pick and roll. So I don't really see him walking into many pull-ups, especially pull-up threes, pull-up twos and stuff here. I think he's going to get pretty aggressive coverage in the pick and roll from Yabu. And yeah, I feel like this line is just, pretty high for Donovan Mitchell at 26.5 in a game that could easily be a blowout with Philly just being a complete shit show right now.
Yeah, I definitely got to agree on that one. I was going to cover Yabu being like aggressive defender, like help on or whatever. But I mean, you already covered that. I think I filtered it for like 18 to like 25 or 26 attempts against like a top 20 pick and roll defense, and still leans under there. So I mean, overall with the stats, and if you just look purely at matchup, like I like it a lot.
Yeah. Let's hope this one can get home. But I saw someone comment Mitchell over assists, and that's definitely was a lean of mine. I think that Mobley's like a good guy kind of though to have for assists. Let's see, he had 4 against the Bulls. That's a great assist matchup. Wizards obviously a great assist matchup. Wolves not so much. He did have 7, which is good. Suns 30 minutes. I think his assists make sense too, especially at 4.5 at plus money if he's just going to get that coverage. I think that Jared Allen stuff makes a ton of sense. Just like because he's a good short roll passer too, and if they're blitzing, he's going to get a ton of short roll opportunities, whether it's to score, whether it's to pass. He should crush on the glass against a team with Yabu at the 5. So Jared Allen stuff was like a very strong lean to me as well at 27.5. It's just like, is he going to get the minutes? Like I could totally see a game like, against the Suns where Suns went small and it was a blowout win and he only played 22 minutes. Like I feel like this is like very on the card here in this game environment with this matchup, like a 22-minute game where they blow them out and Philly goes small and there's just no need for Allen, I guess. But from like a per-minute thing, I think Allen should feast too. And obviously, if this game stays close, which we can't project, it is in Philly, which I guess maybe could help that case a little bit. But I'm a big fan of Jared Allen stuff, so I wanted to drop that lean here. All right, JJ, let's get into some of the leans. So Denny Avdia, what do you think about Denny over on rebounds, assists, or points, or just kind of Denny stuff in general?
Let's see. I'll look at RA. I mean, last game, tough matchup in general for that. So 12 rebound chances, 3 potential assists with 5 assists. Interesting. Let's see. Simon, Sharp, Grant, Aiden, Scoot, Kamara. Let's see.
One thing I do want to add is that for the Portland played a back-to-back, and like a lot of the times when teams play back-to-backs, they'll list them on the injury report the first night so they can rest them in the second night, but they'll play them in the first game. People who were on the injury report for Portland was Chris Murray, which I don't know why they rest him, but Anthony Simons was definitely on there. Kamara was on there, but I think Kamara was like legitimately sick. And then so Anthony Simons may not play. He might get rested here, which would be good for Denny assists, I think. But yeah, Denny's been good.
Yeah, because I mean, compared to the previous times and then now, like he's starting, right? So he used to not start when everyone was playing, if I remember correctly.
Mm-hmm. Could do this the old school way. Look at Denny's. This is what I used to do. It's kind of like goofy. I used to go to games started and just look at how they perform as a starter. Okay. So rebounds and assists. 12, 14, 10, 9, 14, 18, 7, 8, 12, 7, 15, 15. Tough matchup against Orlando. Yeah, I mean, he's been crushing it. And I think it's a pretty solid matchup against the Hornets, too.
Yeah. It's just hard to look at a graph with, like, everyone being available and him starting.
Mm-hmm. JJ, Trey Murphy over on points, rebounds.
See, Grizzlies catch and shoot. I mean, it makes the most sense. 23.5. See. No Ingram, no Zion, Murray. This line is kind of high.
Let's see. We could filter out without Zion, but with Murray. So I know he started off the year kind of – this line does feel pretty. But the thing is, Memphis is a really bad transition defense too. I know Murphy does a fair bit of stuff in that. Catch and shoot stuff, they allow a fair bit of that. So from a matchup perspective, I do like it. I guess there's a lot of 22.5s out there. And, man, it does feel a touch high in a game that they could easily get blown out into.
Yeah.
So, I think it's a fine set line.
Yeah. It's kind of where I'm at.
Andrew, I personally really
maybe
like
Hawkins.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Hey, that's a really good one, JJ. Hawkins could get extended bench run too if they get blown out. So that's actually something I might look to when.
Probably got to wait for that later.
Wait, do we have to wait for it? Is it?
Unless I'm blind, I'm missing it.
Oh no, but I just saw Jose Alvarado props and Javonte Green props, so I thought there might be a chance that we see some Hawkins stuff.
Yeah,
but
maybe in a little bit.
Yep. Maybe even some Jose stuff could be slightly intriguing. But yeah, Andrew, I really like this one. Maxey under 6.5 assists. I think it's like it's a little juice for my liking. I think the best price in market is Flip at -135, which is actually a pretty good price. But the DraftKings -140, I think that's fine too. The rest of the stuff kind of gets a little dicey. But yeah, Maxey. I mean, if we go to without Embiid, with PG, without McCain, under in 4 out of 8. But you got to remember, this is a great matchup for assists. Denver Pelicans is a great matchup for assists. And this is like a brutal matchup. So they played already. He only had 5 potentials in 33 minutes, only 3 assists. And then if we go down to a Yabu, this is like a really bad matchup for a pick and roll, a ball dominant guard to get assists, because we go down to Yabu. We can look at his points and see that Cleveland is number 1 against the pick and roll man, which is like the easiest way to get assists. And they allow the fewest points per game there. So I really like Maxey under 6.5 assists, not going to lie.
Yeah, typically I like him when Embiid's not playing because he feeds off of a ton of assists there.
Mm-hmm.
I need to see if his assists if he does get a decent amount off catch and shoot, because I think this could be a sneaky spot for like catch and shoot shooters here. The Cavs, I think the last 3 games without Mobley, they've been playing a lot of 2-3 zone from what I've been watching here.
Yeah, yeah, I peeped that too. It'll be weird to go zone against this Sixers team though, just because like they don't have. I don't think they're.
I mean, they've been playing zone like against everybody is the problem. Yeah. So I think that's just what they're comfortable with.
And also, I think this is a good bet too. I guess it's pretty juiced too. Flip just has good lines on this Maxey stuff, but I really like the Maxey under 10.5 rebounds and assists, especially at this -125 at Flip. But it's pretty juiced everywhere else. Yeah, they could give up catch and shoots, but it's much rather you'd much rather fade someone's assists versus catch and shoot looks than pick and roll, like easy pick and roll stuff like that's like in the paint,
Yeah, I guess it depends how they get their assist though.
Yeah.
Let's see what PBB says.
Yeah, you want to quick pull that up, and yeah, but Andrew, I agree with this stuff, and I also I think that Philly's live to get blown out. But yeah, JJ's pulling that up. Let's see. Deal said scary small slate today. Get some bloats. Yeah, definitely. I think, but a lot of bloats if you can factor that in, I think you can have success finding some edges if you think a game's high blowout probability. Shoto, how you doing? While JJ's looking this up real quick, we're looking to see where Maxey gets his assists at. If you guys are
46% of his assists are off threes.
Okay, and then the rest are
twos.
Is that a high percentage for?
I would say that's a pretty high percentage.
Okay. I know personally, I still like it. Like no Embiid, no should be shutting down.
I would say it's like the line is like a tad high, but like not just be like the negative side to it, I guess you could say.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the slight pushback.
Yeah.
Let's see. Before we get to the next question, guys, if you guys are new here if you guys are tuning in through Twitter, if you guys could leave Straight Bet and a follow, we greatly appreciate it. We're really trying to grow this account so we can stream here consistently. And if you guys, like what I posted on my old account, like the plays and stuff, all the plays from stream will be posted here. So if you ever miss a stream, you can always still get in on the plays, and they'll be posted on Twitter. Also with video content with all the plays and lottos when me and Liam do them. So there'll be a lot of good stuff on the Straight Betting account. And if you guys are new here tuning in on Twitter, I'd greatly appreciate it if you saw Straight Betting to follow on X. All right. Next question. Let's see. I had Miles for 14.5 points. Oh, man, that sucks. Miles played terrible yesterday. Shot terrible. Omax helped me reach financial freedom. Let's see. Okay, Spida assists. So we talked about I'm on his under 26.5 points, and it's very correlated with his over assists. I went with under points just because, the hit rate isn't amazing. Obviously, with Mobley, the potentials have been pretty solid. Like, he's around that 10, 9 mark, 14, 8, and then 8 against Houston, which is a brutal matchup. So, yeah, I really do like Spida over 4.5 assists. If we can go to, like, head-to-head, and he had 9 on 13 and then 5 on 3 potentials, I guess. But went over at least in both ones. So yeah, I definitely have a lean there. But do you like Spida assist, JJ?
I like it. I think just with them trying to blitz or trying to trap once he gets within the inside the arc, I think that sets up a lot of potential assists there.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, sometimes when I watch the Sixers, like when you're thinking about assists, sometimes it takes like 2 quick passes and then you beat them. So it might be some hockey assists. I think that'd be like the only other thing I could think of.
I could see Jared Allen having a good assist game, like in a short roll, which is kind of why I like his PRA too. It's like he either scores or gets an assist. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, Alex, though, I think that's a good look. Zach EDPR Green. Let's hope, dude. Let's hope. Trey Lyon's pretty high too. I think he will be locked up. I think Trey Murphy. I don't think he gets locked up, but I agree with the pretty high. Zach plays good. He goes over. Yeah, let's hope, dude. Garland 2.5 threes. I lean under. Same thing with Mitchell. He should be getting Yabu should be up in those pick and rolls, and if he's not just gonna flow into drop coverage threes, I think it's a solid look for the under. I'm guessing you kind of are thinking the same way, JJ.
I need to look at the rotations real quick. Let's see what's the last game Yabu played. Denver.
So he's actually hit 3 threes in every game without Mobley, but the volume hasn't been great. Like 6, 5, 10. Okay, that's good. 10 is good, and 7's pretty good.
I think it was just an off game last game, really.
Yeah, 3 for 8 from the stripe, man. I personally, dude, I would probably, I guess I definitely wouldn't play the over just based off of how I expect Yabu to be defending the pick and rolls, or Philly to be defending the pick and rolls in general. Because Nick Nurse is always like wanting to more be aggressive, like dating back to his like Raptor days and stuff. But just like with Joel, when Joel plays, like you just can't blitz with Joel with how immobile he is. So he's been forced. He kind of forced his hand over his time with Philly to sit in the drop.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind that under.
Yeah, I don't think it just like pull up 3-point shooting against Philly right now without Embiid and Drummond. Just it's not been there. Nah, he just looks so fat in that picture. Are you talking about this? Man. Let's see. You like DeJounte Murray less on turnovers. Memphis be turning people over, though. Memphis just wants to like be aggressive and play fast as shit. Let's see. Memphis opponent. Oh, let's see. Memphis forces the 5th most turnovers last 15 games. It's not surprising. DeJounte. Let's see, where's DeJounte? Yeah, I don't think this is a deal. I would actually not play this at all, to be honest with you. DeJounte less than turnovers. Memphis will definitely force turnovers, dude. He had 7 against Memphis already this year. He had 7 in both games against Memphis. So I'd actually lean over on turnovers. I just never play turnovers. Injury reports, I can show you. Let's see what team actually has like a Hornets. One thing about the Hornets, so
I just checked the NBA website.
Use the NBA website.
Yeah, because it gives you a report for everybody.
Okay. Yeah, ESPN just never shows the Hornets for some reason, so I'll always do that in CBS personally.
Yeah, if you just type in a NBA injury report and then click on the NBA website one, it'll be straight.
Yeah.
Because it updates every hour, and
Props
that's
Madness.
where
Oh,
that's where like Underdog Report they get theirs and stuff from, unless there's like a beat writer that updates them or something.
okay. Yeah, Props Madness also has an injury report. It's game time decisions, says who's out and stuff, and it updates pretty quick too. So there's a lot of ways to do that. You're on Japier. Yeah, it's a great spot for Pelicans are a really bad transition and paint defense, and it's kind of like perfect for Ja. Yeah, I really like his assists personally, 7.5. Ja against a bad transition defense, dude. Let's see, we can do a filter with dominant play type. Bottom half of the league, yeah. Look at this is his assists. So against bottom half of the league transition defenses, we could quick go to his points to see what they rank. Yeah, 6th worst transition defense the Pelicans are. And did he play like dog shit minutes in any of these? Yeah, so like 24. Yeah, I mean he had 7 in only 25 minutes against the Pels. And then PA you could look at 30.5. Yeah, it's a great matchup for Ja. I think that assist points good stuff on their Shoto. You got a feeling Oubre? Nah, bro. JJ, do you like Oubre?
Let me see. I think the biggest thing with him is whether like Paul George plays or not. I think that's when he goes off.
This filter is with George, Maxey, without Embiid, and without McCain. It does seem a touch low, right? He should get some he's been terrible on catch and shoot stuff this year, but I mean, that's his number one play type is spot up. And
Yeah,
that's definitely valid look against the Cavs. He did only have 9 points against the Cavs with the same thing, but like, I mean, dude, this was terrible shooting variance. 2 for 5 from the stripe. You'd probably expect like 4 for 5, 3 for 5 at least. So add like a point or two there. 1 for 5 from deep. Like I said, he's been shooting bad, but like 2 for 5 probably happens more than 1 for 5, maybe. And then
I mean the last few years he just hasn't been a good 3-point shooter either. But it's just not his game.
he was really. I remember he used to be blicking shit on the Hornets, dude. I don't know what happened. Maybe he
Yeah,
lost confidence or something.
yeah, like last 2 years it ain't been it.
Yeah,
He
but
likes to get to the rim.
and that's tough against the Cavs. It's a little less tough without Mobley, but
Yeah.
because like especially in like the Tristan Thompson minutes, like that's 0 rim protection. Yeah, I actually don't hate this to be honest. 13.5, 15.9 average in these games. This was a pretty worst case scenario against the Cavs. I mean, they lost by 27 and he shot absolutely terribly. Still had 9 points. So, but the volume there was good for the minutes he played. Yeah, I hate that. Bane for 1.5 threes. Is that the line? Deal. I don't know where you're seeing 1.5, bro, but I mean, yeah, if you can get Bane to hit 2 threes, dude, that's a very good bet. Pelicans, fair bit of spot up stuff. More so bad in the corners, which I don't think Bane does a ton of, but I mean, I like it. Do you think Bane's pretty safe to hit 2 threes?
I would say so.
Yeah, I would say so too. You want to go Eric Gordon for 2 threes? That's actually not a bad look either, to be honest. I mean, that's all he does is shoot threes.
Yeah.
So with these, he should start, I would think, because he plays good. He's been a really good 3-point shooter.
Yeah. It's definitely someone I'm debating whether to be official play or not.
Yeah, this is a good look, dude. Cavs definitely give up catch and shoot looks. If they play zone, Gordon will definitely get some good looks too.
Yeah, so Brad said Ja is questionable. Looks like Underdog posted that 3 minutes ago.
Okay, with an illness.
Yeah, he ain't playing.
Yeah, he ain't playing.
So I mean, if you want to lock in Bane right now, go ahead.
Garland had 6 threes this season against the Sixers with 3 by first half. I don't know. Did Embiid play in that one? I have no clue. Let's see. I like the minutes for today. I'm pretty consistent with 19 plus minutes. Let's see. Who do you say? Oh, Aaron Gordon. Yeah, Eric Gordon. Yeah, Eric Gordon definitely has a good look. Let's see. We can go back to that Garland one.
I think he can really take advantage of the 2-3 zone, which is kind of the angle I'm looking at.
Oh, so he had 6. So he shot 6 for 7. I think this might just be a game where Garland just really had it going, or I don't even know. And then he only got a 4 threes in the first game. So I think that Garland is he might have just been having it going.
Let's see.
Because I think Ozbets was on the under on this one, and he was like super pissed.
I think 6 to 10 3-point attempts. He's over at 19 to 29.
Are you talking about Bane or Garland?
Garland.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I just see like that pull up. Like this is what I look at, and like I see like how little pull up threes they're allowing, and I just that's catch and shoot, and I just don't want to play it, to be honest with you. I think it's like the fewest attempts. Yeah, it's actually the fewest attempts per game too over the last 15. So yeah, 8.9 attempts per game. Donovan's gonna get some of them, like Ty Jerome, a couple other guys, but. You could play the over and under TBH and just like, bro.
A little arbitrage.
That's actually funny as hell. Just like just like guaranteeing that you lose a few bucks. Okay, sweet. So we've been live for 52 minutes. I am gonna if you guys, like I said, if you guys do want to get to a couple more comments, feel free, because we'll definitely answer any comment that you guys have. But yeah, let's quick recap the 3 plays I gave. Edey over 14.5 PRA. Like I said, that line did move, but there was still 13.5 PR, which is like the exact same shit. So yeah, Edey, brutal loss last game, but the Pelicans have allowed like the highest frequency of shots from less than 10 feet over the last 15 games, like the second most points in the paint on the year. Let's see, just like the most points per game to put back. Like they're a really bad rebounding team. It's a good spot for the Memphis to maybe be comfortably leading, and you really shouldn't get played off the floor with like the Eve Misi matchup, because he doesn't stretch the floor. He doesn't really have an offensive game. So yeah, I'm going back to it, man. It's a great buy low spot. It's scary after what he did last game, but I'm just trusting the numbers here. Played Ayton over 25.5 PR. Let's see. Yeah, basically Robert Williams played yesterday. Robert Williams hasn't played a back-to-back all year. Klingen's still out. Yeah, there's 24.5 actually at FanDuel, like I said. But yeah, his minutes should be really safe here, and Hornets have been getting absolutely cooked by centers. So yeah, Ayton, I think it's a little bit low due to season-long numbers, but I have him for like 34 minutes here tonight. Then Mitchell under 26.5 points, pretty high line. I totally get no Mobley, and he's had some good games without Mobley. He's also had some really good matchups without Mobley. And what we were just talking about with Garland, right? Like the pull-up, they've been playing aggressive with Yabu, have not been allowing the pull-up threes. Second or fewest attempts, second lowest frequency, just pull-up jumpers in general, like second fewest attempts, second lowest frequency. So yeah, I think they're going to be pretty aggressive in the pick and roll with Mitchell here. And, he's only averaging like 23 points. The 76ers kind of stink, and it could be a blowout. It could be limited minutes. Just might be a game where Mitchell, plays like 30 minutes or something. And if he gets 27 points in like 30 minutes in like a game where, he's getting aggressive coverages in the pick and roll, he's kind of got to live with it. All right. No more comments. JJ, do you have anything else you want to get to?
I think that's it. I mean, there's only so much you could do with 3 games in a quick stream.
Yeah. Do you have anything you want to make official? Do you want to go with that Gordon or?
Still want to look it over.
Okay. What are your strongest leans that you've got from your quick little look at the slate?
I mean, right now it's just Gordon.
Just Gordon.
Because I mean, when it's a small slate, I really want to deep dive it.
Yeah, no, that's definitely valid.
I kind of want to wait to see what Jordan Hawkins lines drop at.
For sure. I'm there with you on that.
Outside of that, I'm still looking.
It's kind of like a weird angle, but if Ja misses, which it probably seems like he is, I kind of like Hawkins a little bit less, to be honest with you.
Why is that?
Just because, I think there's like a slightly better chance that Pelicans could hang around in the game, and I'd want a better chance of blowout if I just think that a better chance of blowout would be a little bit better for Hawkins, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I guess the way I see it is regardless of blowout, I mean, as far as props, it's really hard to predict. Because I mean, we try to say the same thing about the Mavericks and Thunder game.
Yeah, Hawkins coming off of a really good game, so the line probably might be a little bit inflated. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna look into Hawkins stuff too. All right, so I recap the plays. Let's see your comment. What's up with these Mark Williams lines? Nowhere to be found. It's because LaMelo and Miles are randomly questionable, so that we don't know if they're gonna play or not. Yeah. So, I mean, good chance that they sit. And if they sit, there's probably going to be some really good prop opportunities for the Hornets, which would be cool. Nick Smith Jr. Could see him popping off. But yeah, let's see. Last thing I want to say before you leave, appreciate you guys showing up. This number is really good. JJ's got clout, and I'm sure he helped a lot with that. But we got 1,300 people in here right now, which is absolutely awesome. I was not expecting that for the first stream on Straight Betting. But like I said, if you guys are on Twitter, if you guys are viewing this through Twitter, a follow for Straight Betting, greatly appreciated from me and JJ. We're really trying to build a brand here, and we're working our tails off. JJ's sacrificing sleep. He's getting up super early. He's on the West Coast and stuff like that. So, just if you do appreciate the content, a follow on Straight Betting on Twitter would be greatly appreciated. Same with on YouTube. Just if you're viewing from YouTube, a like goes a long way for just, boosting the algorithm and bringing more viewers to us, which is, our goal in the long run. And same with the subscribe, of course. So all that stuff is free stuff that you can do to help support us. And it's all stuff that we seriously, really, really are grateful for when people choose to do that. So one last thing I want to shout out, of course, all this research couldn't be done without Props Madness. I think it's the greatest tool out there by far. I think it can really turn anyone into a solid NBA bettor. So if you guys are looking to, get better at betting, my DMs are always open on either Tyvan Klinger or Straight Betting. And if you guys have any questions about Props Madness, feel free to ask them for sure, either in the stream or on DM on Twitter. We have a code that gets you 25% off every single month, and that is SB25. So that's the last thing I wanted to say as well. All right, JJ, you're not gonna be on stream tomorrow, right?
Tomorrow, probably not.
It's Saturday, so yeah, because we're just Monday through Friday. So okay, well, I will be live, of course, at 9:45 a.m. Eastern time tomorrow. There's actually a really good slate tomorrow. I'm gonna pull it up. There's a ton of ABC games on all Sunday or all Saturday, and I think it's because there's only one game on Sunday. It's because of NFL, obviously, but there's a great slate tomorrow, a ton of games. If you all this is for Saturday, so yeah, should be a lot to break down. So make sure you guys join tomorrow. That will be a fun one. Okay, well, that's gonna do it. Like I said, JJ, is there any last words you want to get off?
I mean, another positive day in the books, hopefully, right?
Yep. Let's do it. Let's build off a cool little 6-2 day. Just got 3 props today, but short and sweet. Only 3 games. No reason to force stuff out if you don't like it. So
exactly.
Yeah. Let's build. Let's see. yeah, just keep on building. Nick Smith, yes sir. All right, well, we appreciate you guys all tuning in, especially on the new account. Like I know it was probably harder to access, so we do really appreciate it. All right, you guys have a great Friday.